As I talk about my story, I want you to imagine two things. One, imagine a world where every little boy and girl's dream to be whatever they want could be realized. And two, imagine what we can achieve if each Mandela Washington Fellow became a mentor to at least one child in their community. For as long as I can remember, my mother always emphasized the value of education, especially the fact that it is free in Botswana, something I have come to appreciate as a true privilege. Through her guidance, I was fortunate enough to realize from a young age the power I had in deciding the course of my future, as long as I took advantage of this free education system. Coming from a large family of 7 children with both parents earning very little by any standards, I could not access certain things. But as a little girl growing up, I had a dream of traveling the world and seeing all it had to offer. For instance, I dreamt about visiting the US before the age of 30. Fast forward, at 21, I landed in Washington, D.C. as part of a scholarship I had been awarded to study medicine. I am now a medical doctor, and I have traveled quite a bit around the world since then. The reason I have been able to do all of this, I say, is because I excelled academically. For me, this is a big deal considering the fact that I grew up surrounded by lack. I didn't have much. My story is only one of many. I want you to think of someone like Najat Belkacem, who was born in a village in Morocco. She became Minister of Education in France in 2014, and she was the youngest person to ever hold that position in France. This simple story represents the true strength of a good educational background. Stories like hers and mine can show you that indeed education is the greatest equalizer. They show that believing in children from a young age and investing in them with the right education, no matter their background, affords them the opportunity to thrive. My strong belief in education is what eventually prompted me to co-found a charity organization called Bound by Love with a friend of mine called Honor. We wanted to give back to the communities that built us. We were also largely pushed by the fact that junior school and high school results in the public system in Botswana are deteriorating. Through this organization, we get to mentor student communities across the country who are in junior schools through various motivational talks, one-on-one academic counseling, and tutoring. We have been able to reach over 2,500 students. Since the inception of this organization, we have also adopted and sponsored 4 students who come from underprivileged homes with academic essentials. Most importantly, we provide them with a one-on-one 5-year mentorship to help them reach their best potential. My vision is to see Bound by Love continue to grow. By the year 2020, I want us to have afforded at least 10 children from poor backgrounds the opportunity to reach for the stars. I also want us to create a culture of mentorship so that these students can continue the cycle and become great mentors themselves. I believe access to quality education is a basic civil right, and it is not simply limited to attending classes. We need to have a holistic approach by helping ease the conditions in which these students learn instead of just focusing in the classroom. My experience at The Ohio State University through the Mandela Washington Fellowship, together with interacting with other fellows, has shown me that leadership is about the potential influence we have to push for change. I plan to use this platform to continue being a great mentor. My parting words to you are those I got from Nelson Mandela. He said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. We can use it to end generational poverty. Let us go out there and keep on changing the world to be better."